G'day folks, Tim here from Swords and Stones. Haven't done a vid in a while, so I thought I'd throw something up there real quick like. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of a book I purchased last couple months called Roll and Play. It's the Game Master's Fantasy Toolkit. Basically, it's just another little book full of random tables for those that are trying to do the on-the-fly game impromptu kind of no prep or a little prep. I'm a big prep guy, so I like to do all my prep, but I love referring to these types of books to give me all kinds of either inspiration or use straight out of here. Doesn't matter what you have in your game guide, but there's always something you can throw in and throw out. So this is Roll and Play, written and designed by Sam Bartlett. Really cool little book I picked up at my friendly local game store. Gives you on how to use this book. Here's the contents, and then it's broken down into different chapters. So we've got people and quests in chapter 1, we got world building in chapter 2, we got journeys and events for 3. Chapter 4 is combat and injuries. Chapter 5 is items and rewards. So the tables aren't huge, but they're really cool assortments. So for instance, here we have character names. So you have common names, magical names, outlaw names, and cute names. You've also got heroic, ferocious, heartthrob, comedic, and ancient. Heartthrob. Maybe heartthrob and outlaw could go together. You never know. Moving through this, you get character details, some traits, behaviors, appearance features. We've got motives, adventure motives, villainous origins, which is cool if you're trying to make your big bad and you can't come up with a background or an idea as to why this creature or being is being a bit of a jerk. But anyways, moving along, we got jobs. So we got common villagers, well-paid professions, weapon-wielding careers, jobs as personality, performance contract. Some really cool subheadings in here. Organization names. So if you need some guild names, you need some cult names, clerical churches, for instance. You got a lot of really cool things that you can mix and match in here. Moving along, first meetings. How do your party members get together? Do they know each other? Did they just kind of happenstance show up? Did they answer the call to a mercenaries wanted? That sort of thing. So this gives you a little bit of idea. Here we have some campaign ideas, just again off the cuff, so it really helps. Then we get into world building. And we have town features, characteristics, economies, governments, and leadership, depending on how deep you want to get into it. Personally, I like simple but effective. The least, the better, and give your characters game hooks and a little bit of background on what's going on if they're in a village or if they have to come to a city. But getting too deep and building on the economy and this, that, I mean, if you want to do a 10 or 20 year campaign, sure. Local attractions, town crier news, that's pretty cool. Rumors and gossip, of course. Bounty posters, there you go. For why were you hired, or your party's wandering into this village or town and they see these wanted posters up on the wall, and there's your adventure hooks. Markets and shops, shop descriptions, food and rations, refreshing drinks if you want to get into becoming the local bartender. Here you go. Taverns and inns, tavern interiors, a lot of cool little details. We got bards busking on the street trying to play music for money. Festivals. You want to add some culture to your town and to your village. Here's nice ideas on how to drum up a festival that maybe the big bad is hiding and wanting to interrupt or something along those lines. Parlor games. And then we get into journeys and events. Frozen encounters. Ooh, dealing with the party adventuring on frozen terrain. Adventuring in the forest, adventuring in the desert, the deep sea, a meadow. You're going to run down the hill in a little house on the prairie style. Urban encounters in the city, in the mountains, in the swamps, caves, coasts. Then we have magical encounters, which are kind of cool, and corrupted encounters. So things that happen where it's irregular and otherworldly, as they say in the book here, somewhere between reality and not so. Monstrous features, so you got monster encounters, or definitely kind of build what the monster is, kind of their personality, a little bit of their background. You got supernatural patrons, so certain entities that they manifest themselves. You can name them, you give them a title. Here's fiendish contracts, your heart's desire in exchange for. So if your group or individual in your group decides that, hey, I want to become famous or infamous, and they sign a contract in blood with a local deity or demon, there you go. Phantoms and spirits under spooky specters. Sweet dreams. So you got some dreams going on for your party is to develop a little hook, or maybe they get a little premonition. Ghastly nightmares, again along the same lines, but it could be something that's infused into your party or a couple members of your party while they sleep. The local big bad maybe sets up a hallucination or a nightmare for them. And then we get into traps, dangerous doors. Next is combat and injuries. So here's your critical hit list, which everybody likes to use. Critical hits and critical misses. Depends on wanting to see what it happens after you take that massive strike, or you give that massive strike, or you missed that massive strike. Did you cut yourself? Did you lose a body part? Did you accidentally kill your party member beside you? Ranged critical hit. Again, critical miss as well. Magical critical hits and miss. So they break it down into several categories. Lasting injuries. So, for instance, one game that we're playing right now is dealing with a fungal community where the creatures are all part of the mycelium network, and they're being invaded by a big bad that was ousted from their community, and he's back now with these deadly spores that can be released from his army and infect other creatures and take over their brains. So with our campaign, you got to be careful when you're combating them, because if you release the spores, even if you're killing them, they could be released and you could be infected and it could take you over. So cool stuff that way. But it could also be with regards to being poisoned. You lose an eye, you lose a limb. Those are obviously lasting injuries. Side effects, again, kind of the same thing. You recover from your issue, but you have some lasting issues that go on afterwards. Some lists of illnesses and ailments, some deadly diseases, pretty cool. Divine blessings, you get a divine hand laid on your shoulder and heal you. Malevolent curses, and then we get into items and rewards. So the game quest is over. You're back in the main town or the main city, and you're going up to the castle, and you get your reward for successfully completing this campaign or clearing the village or what have you. So here's magical items that you could be bestowed. Enchanted items, single use, moderately magical. Magic item flaws. Alchemical misfires. Potent potions. Lots of cool stuff in here. Bizarre plant life, unusual components, scandalous scams, bargain spell scrolls, books and novels. Very cool. Works of art even. Interior loot. Loot and plunder. Treasure chest fillers. Extra quest rewards. So if you want to come up with something a little special for your group. And that's about it. The rest of this is just a list of contributors. Roll and Play Press, Chief Creative Officer Sam Bartlett, Chief Executive Officer Kay Bartlett. So, very good little book. It's digest size. It has some very interesting and really imaginative and inspiring tables in here to help your game continue on. All right, gang. Well, that's it for today. Thanks very much for popping in and having a look at my humble little video on this random table guide called Roll and Play. You have a great day. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Keep them rolling.